What's up, homies? ¿Qué tal? I'm Tierra LaFay, bienvenido a mi canal. So I wanted to make this video really quickly of basically telling you the essentials that you'll need if you're wanting to start heat training your hair. This is kind of like the heat train hair starter pack. Obviously there's a lot more things that I feel a heat train hair natural needs, but this is the 4 things you need to start off with. And then if you of course want to add to my list, feel free to do so in the comment section below. Pero vamos a empezar. Alright, first things first, you're gonna need to make sure you have some super moisturizing products. That needs to be in your shampoos, in your conditioners. All your conditioners need to say deep conditioning. You also need to make sure that you have a moisturizer that you're moisturizing your hair with throughout the week. I always talk about my favorite one, which one is it? The MIZANI Rose H2O. I always talk about that one. That's my all-time favorite. However, I am going to be experimenting with some more moisturizing hair products, so be sure to subscribe if you want to see videos about that. In terms of shampoo, I love Mayo Organics personally for my hair because to me it is very moisturizing, but it's not too heavy, so that way my hair still has some movement and some body when I straighten it. Obviously, this has been a week, almost a week and a half since I've straightened my hair, so of course it just looks like trash. But when I first straightened my hair, it never looks too weighed down, and I feel like it has a nice amount of moisture when I use the Mayo Organic products. Now, I sometimes use Shea Moisture. I do like Shea Moisture. I feel like I use Shea Moisture though when I really feel like I need a nice deep conditioning treatment, because for me it is super duper heavy on my hair. And sometimes it can weigh it down depending if I use too much product. So Shea Moisture I kind of have to be careful with, but I feel like if you have really thick coarse hair, definitely use Shea Moisture or heavier creams and conditioners. Number 2, next thing you must start off with is a protein treatment, because your hair needs to try to maintain a balance of its protein and its moisture from constantly making sure that it's conditioned. And because you are using a lot of heat on your hair, it's gonna mess with your original DNA of the hair, I guess. So just making sure that you have that protein to kind of help balance out with that moisture is going to make sure that your hair is still being able to maintain its length and to grow long, strong, and healthily. The one I always use, I haven't used like the Afro G, however you pronounce it, protein treatment. I could try it if you guys want me to try that. The one I love to use, I think it's called Green Beauty Protein Treatment. I'll have a link down below. I have a video, if I can find it, I'm sure I'll find it. I'll link it down below of how I go ahead and do my protein treatments. But yeah, you need a protein treatment after you have all your moisturizing shampoos, conditioners, and just regular moisturizing products. Number 3, you must have a hooded dryer. The only way that these products are going to get penetrated into your hair shaft is through heat. And the best way to do that is with a hooded dryer. When you put your deep conditioner in there, make sure you put a shower cap over your head and sit under the hooded dryer for at least 15 to 20 minutes. That is the only way you're going to be able to see a difference with the results of your hair. Short term and long term is when you are activating your products with heat, so that is actually getting into the hair shaft. The one I like to use is pretty lightweight. It even dries the hair for you pretty quick. So if I want to do a rod set, or sometimes what I used to do way back in the day was after I washed my hair, I would dry it under the dryer. I would get it 50% dry on the dryer, and then I would just go ahead and dry the rest of it out with my blow dryer, which I think I want to start doing that because that puts less tension on your hair. But yeah, with this blow dryer, it is also I can't pronounce the word. I'm gonna have it on the screen here. It's Tourmaline, something like that. But that is a healthier version of heat, the way I understand it, on your hair. And it's also ceramic. So I hands down recommend this hooded dryer if you are looking for a hooded dryer and it's not too expensive. I mean, it's around like $50–$60, which I understand can be a lot, but you're gonna get a lot of use out of it, and ultimately it's gonna save your hair in the long run. And I've had my dryer for I don't know how many years, and it hasn't broken down on me yet. So if you don't get this hooded dryer, get some type of hooded hair dryer. It's a must if you're starting heat training your hair. And the last thing I feel like you must have that is necessary in order to start your heat train hair journey is a flat iron. And you need a great flat iron. Not just an okay one, not just a good one. The one I have now, actually, I no longer like. To me, the first one we had from this same brand and this same model, it was amazing. but they reproduced it, and I'm not here for it, because I've tried 2 other flat irons and my hair turned out amazingly. And at first I just thought it was maybe me and the fact that I've just been putting a lot more heat on my hair due to modeling gigs, but it's actually just this flat iron. So I'm actually no longer going to recommend the flat iron that I've been using, because they no longer make it the same way they used to. But the flat iron I am actually going to work on getting within the next month is the one that my beautician uses. It is the FHI one. It's a little bit more on the pricier side. I want to say it's like it can't be any more than $150, which to me still isn't bad for a flat iron, because it's gonna last you a few years, and you want to make sure that the flat iron you're using is doing as minimal damage as possible. So you want to make sure that it's a really quality flat iron. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get that one, but however, I'm still doing a little bit more research on flat irons. I've actually been working on a video. I told you guys that I was gonna upload, but I'm still just doing more research on it, because I don't want to just get on here and just tell you anything. But just about heating tools that I recommend, and I want to talk to my stylist about what he recommends too. So I'm sorry that video has been delayed, but I am working on it, and I have been working on it, and I'm definitely gonna get it to you guys. But yeah, those are the 4 things that I think you must have to start if you are wanting to heat train your hair. Feel free to add your comments or suggestions below if you want me to do a part 2. Like, what's the next 4 things you need after that? I'd love to do a part 2 to this. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Until the next one, Assalamu alaikum.
I want to thank me for doing all this hard work.